And Cam hasn't been like Cam Munster's obviously carried that groin problem or hip problem most of the year, and I reckon he hasn't been the same player this year.
But I think Origin is the kind of arena that he thrives in.
Well, that's where he's been brilliant at Origin level. But I think Tommy Dearden's shown he can handle it and do a good job there. And you know, obviously they've got a lot of weapons. It's a great spine. Reece Walsh, Harry Grant. You know, Daly's obviously been a steady hand for a long time in Origin. Although Daly's form's been a bit down as well, I reckon, this year.
Yeah. But that's another thing
the game before Origin he was better, but his form the month before that I thought was. He was a bit shaky.
Yeah. Well, the Cowboys they've been very, very patchy, the Cowboys, all year. So it's not like, you know, the Queenslanders go in there with a halves combination that have been killing it.
So you're basically confirming that Queensland should be underdogs, is that what you're saying?
I said the Blues would win.
Is that how you interpreted those comments?
Well, I said the Blues would win, so yeah, to me they are the favourite.
What about Tommy?
At home.
Tommy, I mean, Tommy Dearden, do you expect... What do you expect from him, Pam? I mean, as I said, he's played Origin before and been, I think from memory, I called in.
It was in 22?
Yeah, and he was outstanding in that game, but the Cowboys haven't been great this year, but he's one of those guys he's always trying.
Yeah, I think so too, and he just seems kind of unflappable, just calm, just gets his job done. Yeah. I think that's kind of all he'll need to do. All they need to do is just get the ball out to Reece Walsh, right?
Easy plan.
That's pretty easy.
Easy plan.
Seems pretty
We should touch on Reece boy because he's probably the great threat for Queensland. I mean, he's such a good player, and he's an excitement machine, and they love him. Do you? His speed is and adds another dimension to the Queensland game when he gets his ball out the back and puts the accelerator down. That's going to put the fear of God in New South Wales, I imagine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think Madge has got a plan to shut him down? Maybe he's borrowing from Des Hasler. There was a yarn over the weekend about how has Des Hasler figured out how to shut down Reece Walsh, and it's just pretty much have, you know, the outside backs just on him like a rash. So, he is. He's probably, when you think about the team that the Blues have named, I don't know whether we have the same sort of X Factor player in Reece Walsh on the Blues side. So, yeah, he's probably going to be the one that you want to shut down the most on Wednesday night.
Kdouh also to an extent as well, because if they bring him on, you know, late...
What's really intriguing about how he's going to be used,
how are they going to play?
It?
And that's the thing that scares me, is that New South Wales don't kind of have that, you know, when the game is really getting into the trenches towards the back end, someone with a bit of energy, has to come from those starting, you know, 13 in that back line.
Yeah. That's probably another reason Madge couldn't really afford to take a risk on Dylan Edwards, because your bench, they have no backs on the bench. I think they're covered for the outside backs as Hudson Young, who's trained at centre in Canberra on occasions, but
from memory, he might have shifted out there during a game every now and then when they've had like injuries or something like that. But
But Kdouh is really intriguing the way they use him, because there's a chance maybe he doesn't get in the field, Selwyn Cobbo, during this game. But if he gets on the field, I imagine at some point maybe he plays in the middle of the field, because Queensland have done that over the years. Kalen's played there, Cooper played there, Benny Hunt's played there as sort of a middle, sort of a lock, almost a roaming guy in the middle of the field. And I reckon Selwyn's a big dude, right? I mean, you can imagine late in games they bring on Selwyn Cobbo through the middle of the field. Yeah, could be unbelievable. Could be a disaster.
Could be a disaster.
It could be unbelievable.
Could be a total waste of an interchange player.